being that leader that will ignite that change will not be about you going out there to say, I want to be rich, I want to make money, I want to do this. That is why you have all the vices we are going to today. From governance. Don't think when we talk about vices, it is only Yahoo boys. There's actually more Yahoo people in government than there is outside. Because we have turned the entire country into a crime scene. Where people inside are stealing, people outside are stealing. No. It is for you to help to bring a better change in that society that you want to live. That society that is looking for people.
All right, Mr. Peter B was at the next first graduation where he had the opportunity of admonishing the student, and he talked about them not involving themselves into vices. Rather, they should use their talent, their knowledge to grow the economy, to make the society to become better. And he said that when you talk about social vices, a lot of persons look at it in the terms of people that are into fraud, like the Yahoo people. But then Mr. Peter B said that we have more Yahoo men in government than we have outside, and I think he's right. He says something like Nigeria has become a crime scene, that most people want to involve themselves in criminality because of the way the country is growing. The reason why Nigeria has become a crime scene is the embodiment of classism in our society, where we have few privileged people that are called the elite, that are wealthy in comparison to the millions of people that are living in abject poverty. The people that are wealthy, they have this penchant for the flagrant display of their monetary aggrandizement. And when you take a look at the people that are displaying this wealth, you are not going to notice any kind of business that is tied to their name. Most of the people that has money in this country are tied to politics. They are our politicians. They are elected into office to go there and use the public money for public good to make life better for the people. But when they go there, they see it as an avenue to loot the nation's resources dry. And this is where the EFCC was formed. The EFCC was formed under President Olusegun Obasanjo administration to help curb corruption in public offices, to arrest politicians that are engaging themselves in corrupt practices. But it is quite unfortunate that over the years, the EFCC has deviated from their main role of arresting public offenders, people that are looting the state treasury dry, people that are using public funds for their own personal use, and they are now going after petty criminals, they are now going after Yahoo boys. It is no way to say that EFCC or the security agency should not go after Yahoo boys. But what we are saying is that the Yahoo boys do not contribute economic damage than what the politicians contribute to the country. The politicians who are involved in embezzlement and other form of corruption pose greater risks to our country economically and politically than what the Yahoo boys on the street do to our country economically and politically. But rather than going after these politicians, the EFCC, they are now going after the Yahoo boys, leaving the politicians to continue in their corruption unhindered and uninterrupted. Politicians are now having a field day in their corrupt practices. Imagine a politician embezzling trillions of naira in a country that is living in multi-dimensional poverty, in a country that has over 130 million persons living in poverty, but one person is embezzling trillions of naira because the EFCC has failed to do their work.
Production and for the invitation, and he's told you why I'm here is just to make sure. You know, there's people you don't want to cross their path. And I happen to have, imagine me standing between Obi and Bola. You don't know what these two women represent. They're one of the best globally. And there are people who have courage. You know, sitting as a governor, when Obi calls, you just keep imagining what he's going to say. Because there are people who can tell you, you know, when you do the job I did in Nigeria as governor, what happens to you that you won't believe is that you meet 10 people, but 11 will tell you you're doing well. Even when you know you're doing the wrong thing. They will tell you you're doing well. So when you have people like Obi calling you you know you're not doing well. And of course, Bola, as governor, one day I came back from the UK. I was rushing to catch the Enugu flight for 7 a.m. And I decided to jump the queue. Unfortunately, that day I wasn't lucky. Bola was with me. Bola said, Peter, come and key up, please. And that is the type of person that spoke to you today. When I listened to her, I told Obi, you've had a KeyNote speech. I'm only going to add to what they are doing. For me, let me start by most sincerely thanking those who are behind this university. Honest to you, I never heard of it. You know, I live in the village, like I said. I'm a trader. So, I live in Onitsha. So, we only hear news when we come to township. And when Obi invited me and they said, I said, what is this university about? And I'm surprised when I came in here and see this number of Nigerians graduating. I felt happy. So I said thank you. I thank you, Obi, for being part of this. I thank all those who are part of it and everything. I thank Bola for her speech, and I see a brother of mine who is also a wonderful fellow I met in the university, former Minister of Trade, a good Nigerian. And to you, where do I start? You've listened to everything. Mine is just to add by saying a big congrats to all of you that are graduating today. I'm again saying congrats to your parents, your guardians, and all those. Like I said, I made it possible for you to go through this. I've been asking my brother, how does this university work? And how much do they pay? Because I like knowing the price before I get involved in anything. It's very important. And he's been telling me, and I said, you obviously have somebody who helped to market the university. If that is how you pay, and I asked him, can somebody owe and pay when you graduate? So, wherever I am, I want to make inquiry. But, honestly, listen to Bola and God. It's talk about leadership and igniting the future. Leadership is something that is not rocket science, but it's difficult. It's difficult because of what Bola and Obi have mentioned here. Being able to have that character, strong character, to be able to resist the ability not to do the wrong thing. To be able to have that sense of value that this is wrong, this is right, is very difficult. Especially in our own situation, where what people value in the system and the society is what is wrong. Even here now, when I was coming in here, I came alone with somebody. I asked security people. Someone said, where are your security men? How can you just be moving this like this? And I said, these people are not going to kill me, so why would I move it? That ability to say, no, this is wrong, this is right. I could have said to Bola, why will you tell me to go and queue up? After all, as a governor, I'm not supposed to pass through where she's passing through in the first place. So why am I even passing through here that she's telling me to queue up when my people are supposed to take me from the plane straight to the next place? That is the problem. It is difficult. So leadership is a very difficult thing. You talk about change. Change is constant. It looks easy, but very difficult. Because often the people you are trying to do the change with, in this country, everything I'm going to talk is about Nigeria, are the people who don't want change. All of you come together and say, because you must work together. My brother, okay, Obi, all of them have experienced it. That people you're talking with actually don't want to do what you people are talking about. So change is difficult. And your future is what you make. I can tell you that the components of all this makes it difficult for you, but also makes it imperative that you, if you want to have a better future, it's you. You have to make that choice. I want to ignite that better future. And that's why I said my own reference will be here. And I'll tell you my own experiences. Like Obi has told you, I read philosophy, University of Nigeria, Suka. And what I tell people, that the only thing I learned from philosophy, which I apply every day, is that unexamined life is not worth living. So if you tell me anything, I want to know why I have to do it. Everything. And I'm sorry when I tell it to people, they don't like it. And I say, oh, you want to do a naming ceremony for my daughter, for my son? Why? I remember telling a teacher, when my children were in primary school, somewhere in First Tag, and he said they're doing birthday in schools. And everything, and the whole school will come. I say, is it part of the education? Is it part of the fees I paid? Or is it additional fee? Is there additional fee? I say, why are they celebrating? I don't even know what they will become. Leave there in this ceremony of birthday. Let them read first and pass. Then they can celebrate with their money. Because I paid the fees. So, for me, it is about asking questions always, which is what I've been saying now. Always ask questions. What is the value? I know that some of you who are young, who are not married, want to do, for example, a big wedding where they'll close the street. Does it add to the marriage? Does it add anything of what value? You're just bringing people to come and drink. Some will cost you, some will cause you problem, and possibly you are owing even where you bought the drinks and everything, and that brings problem in the marriage, because when everybody is gone now, you're left with the bills, and that bill will do what? Bring problem. And all this and all that. So for me, that's what it does. Question everything. The more you ask that question, the more you're trying to ignite that change. That's what philosophy is. And because of it, I'm choosing to learn. Like I mentioned to you, I've been going to schools. Those schools that was actually going to know whether there's anything that is in their brain that is different